as we're holding on to the new and as we're starting to claim the energetic, we've always talked about the energy goes first, the frequency goes first of what we want to build. And that gets to be what can hold the foundation, right? We already know that if you want to build a tall, multiple story building, you've got to go just as much down, right? Like 10 toes in, dig deep, wide foundation, right? So when we talk about frequency, when we talk about what we are going to call in, one of the ways in which we say it as priestess is we say you want to be high, tight, and precise. Okay? You want to be high in vibration and frequency. You want to hold that thing tight, right? Tight like a plastic bag can hold your groceries, right? And precise in terms of the quality. Yeah, the precise, dense and weight and all the things that are needed to hold that, right? High, tight, and precise. For me, that those words are like, okay, where am I? Like, it's not that high. Like, I can tell myself it could be higher, right? It's not that tight. I'm letting other people's, shit filter in, or I have little leaks where my energetic is, leaking out, right? Or it's not that precise. It's full of something that is not the core authentic thing that I've got to bring in. I'm not speaking truth. I'm saying it's this when it needs to be more of this, right? High, tight, and precise, right? So how do we get there? How do we define these things? I like to tell, like back in when I was working with executives, like the funnest thing about working with executives is that you've got to sneak in spirituality, right? You got to like find the words. Like we're gonna talk about frequency, but you can't say frequency, right? So I built this 3 parameter thing, right? And one is you want to know your KPIs. If you've been in corporate America for a while, you know what KPI means. Key performance indicators. Like define what is going to indicate success, performance, outcome, right? Like what's the thing that's going to hit that measure of we performed well, right? So, what are going to be your key performance indicators? Okay. Then I want you to think about what comes before the key performance indicators, right? The first thing that comes before your key performance indicators are going to be your KMIs, right? And that's going to be your key mindset indicators. Where does your mindset have to hit for the performance indicators to hit the land? What kind of mindset do I need to hold? Right? And then the other thing that I want you to pull is your KFIs, your key fulfillment indicators. Because when we talk, we're talking about building a life that is successful with fulfillment. So if you're not landing the 2 things, if you're not setting the course to where both of those things meet, right? Success and fulfillment. Think about it as a intersection. We're going to miss the target again. We're going to either build success at the expense of us or build fulfillment at the expense of us, right? So we want it to be this. So this is the way in which I'm able to land ways in which you can connect to the energy that you have to hold in order to hit the success that you want, that you desire. And we're going to look at this in different ways. We're going to unpack it. I've got a lot of thinkers in this group, so I feel like this is juicy stuff for you guys to hold on to. We don't always have to be. The thing about being a priestess is that for us, it is a equal cross. We want to be able to connect to spirit while staying on this plane. So this is a very good way for us to do that. And it's a very important way for us to teach you how to be a priestess in your life and not feel like you've got to kind of spiritually bypass it. No, we're here to do this thing. We're here to do this life. We're not just here to sit in the corners and pray. So how do I land frequency in my projects? You determine your key performance indicators. You decide what's the mindset indicators that are going to make that goal possible. And you also decide what you want it to feel like on the other side of that performance indicator. That's the fulfillment piece. I do not want to hit this goal of validation and achievement and accolade and feel like something's missing and feel like it didn't hit the heart-centered, warm and gooey parts of me. We've done that already. So my invitation is for you to start to find your way around these things. Like when we talk about mindset, it's one that we've been accustomed to talking about, right? Like it's all mindset, it's all mindset, it's all mindset. Yeah, but what is the mindset that I'm holding that's not in alignment with this thing? And we're not going to do anything about it. We're just going to speak truth first, right? You may know the mindset you need to know, or you may know the mindset that no longer serves you. However you can see it is fine. Like, I don't know what mindset I'm supposed to have, but I hell is sure know it's not this one. Right? And this one right here is the one that I can see, that I'm feeling, that I'm grappling with, that I'm like, move away, and it's not moving away. Let's just talk about that one for now, because that recognition, that awareness is huge enough. So pick the one that you can connect to first. Maybe it's the key performance indicators. I want to have more time, more money, more whatever, however you can track your life, right? I want to be able, like, I know I want to be able to grow this membership to as many women as Zoom can hold. And I want to be able to do it from anywhere in the world. And I want to be able to be free the other, 6 and 22 hours of the day. 6 days and 22 hours of the week, right? Like, I don't want to do much more. Yeah, that's what it looks like for me. That's part of it, right? Some women, I want to bring women into a priestess program, so that we have priestess everywhere. That's going to be a bigger program where we bring women in for 3 months, 6 months, but that's going to be like poignant. These will be the women that go to a retreat. These will be the women that sit with me in circle for 6 months and like learn how to do this, and then take it to the banks, the hospitals, the all the industries. Because my dream is that every woman is a priestess again, like it was in the beginning. Yeah. So those are my key performance indicators. I'm clear. What's the mindset that can hold that can claim that can attract that? You already know. Can you see? Like if I'm sitting here saying, well, but I've got this scarcity mindset around, I don't know, that my worth. Who am I to want to run a priestess program, right? I'm giving you examples so you understand how real it is. Then that's the mindset piece that I'm going to pick as my mindset work. That's the thing that I'm going to pick as, here's where I need to do some architecture, right? Because the chemistry there is not right. Are we understanding this? That's my invitation. We're going to start to unpack it. It's a whole, like, when I bring things in, like, can you feel already how much and how big this work can be, right? Um, but I don't want us to get overwhelmed. My gift is to piecemeal it, to make it a very, step by step pedestrian walk, and for it to also be something that you can never unsee. Because if you know how to run projects, you know how big KPIs are, and you know how the entire action plan and roadmap and timeline is built around the KPIs. And if you're going to do a SWOT analysis to a KPI, you need to understand your KPI, right? Those girls that are here and understand that way of speaking are probably super excited. Those of you that are like, I have no freaking clue. I've never been in that environment. I don't know what it looks like to run this. Like, just think about a sales goal. Like, Evie's been in sales for her entire life. Like, think about when you have a sales goal and you're going to have a sales conversation and everybody's being asked to present their numbers that are going to hit that final sales goal, right? And where your mindset gets to be and how much and where the fulfillment is, like that bonus when you hit that number. Yeah, for those of us that have been salespeople. Fortunately, I've been project manager, I've been, business development, and I've also been in high corporate sales positions. So I can speak in those languages so that we can start to build what it starts to look like when a frequency and a claim, something I'm calling in, is going to start to get built. Super, super powerful around where we're headed, and super powerful around um, getting grounded uh, in in the reality of this world while we're still holding the consciousness of the high. Okay, that's that's what I have for everyone today. It took us 9 minutes extra to kind of land the intention for the day, but I'm hoping that everyone is feeling served and held. I love you, ladies.